Hey everyone, happy college football. Welcome to Porcelain Picks. I'm your host, Andrew Fabian. I'm bringing to you college football's championship Saturday. The season is just about over. Beyond today, all we have is bowl games and the college football playoff. All season long, Porcelain Picks has been bringing you the locks you need as you scroll atop the porcelain throne. We're going to continue to do that this week and all of bowl season. Last week, we went 9-9. On the season, we're 124 and 124, believe it or not. We've got green pastures ahead of us today. 5 picks, 5 games. We're going to go 5-0. I can feel it. Luckily, we did not pick last night. JMU, I would have had them to cover. I thought they were just going to stomp on Troy in their quest for a college football playoff. They did not cover the spread, but they won. Can Duke win the ACC championship and potentially spearhead JMU into a college football playoff spot? That remains to be seen. Penn State finally hires a head coach in Matt Campbell. They left us hanging for 54 days after the firing of James Franklin. I almost felt compelled to wish for James Franklin back after that 54 days. But we got our guy in Matt Campbell. Again, green pastures ahead of us. We will dive into all those storylines at the end of the season, but for now, you are here with Porcelain Picks as we deliver the locks you need as you scroll atop the porcelain throne. We do not have a Joey Mack Maction Lock of the Week this week, but we do have a Mac Championship game. I'm going to hit on that game, and in honor of Joey Mack, I'm taking the Red Hawks. We got Miami, Ohio, +1 at the time of this recording against Western Michigan. Take the Red Hawks, +1, lock it and flush it. This was a season of destiny for the Red Hawks. I saw them play at Rutgers. I saw what this team could do. They didn't win that game, but they showed up and their fan base showed up well. I just think the Red Hawks are going to take this one home. Western Michigan, I'm sorry, but you're out. Let's go Red Hawks. Lock it, flush it. All right. On to the big games of the day. We got another new matchup, the Big 12 championship game. We got BYU at Texas Tech. Texas Tech, a 12.5-point favorite right now. We saw the matchup earlier this season. Tech absolutely steamrolled BYU. Bear Bachmeier has had a great season. BYU only 1 loss on the season. They're 11-1 coming in. They win this game. They're a shoo-in for the college football playoff, of course. If they lose this game, could they potentially be out of the college football playoff? I think it depends on a couple different results. Depends on what the committee wants to do with Notre Dame and Miami. Depends on what the committee decides the ACC champion, if that is Duke, deserves to do. But nevertheless, I do not think BYU is going to compete in this game. I think Texas Tech's defense has showed up all year long. Their run defense is one of the best in the country. It's extreme strength against a potential, mediocre running game of the BYU offense. Take Texas Tech -12.5, lock it, flush it. Unfortunately, I do predict BYU to miss the college football playoff this season. Texas Tech gets a first-round bye representing the Big 12. All right, let's go on. We got the big game of the day. One of the 2 biggest games of the day, I should say. Georgia at Alabama. Georgia, 2.5-point favorite. I said at Alabama. It's actually in the Georgia Dome. They don't call it the Georgia Dome anymore, but it's a neutral site game. It's not at Alabama. Georgia, 2.5-point favorite in this game. I think Georgia is the better team. They lost to Alabama back in September. Bama was the beneficiary of a couple junky plays by Georgia. They also went 13 of 19 on 3rd down, a tough thing to replicate. Alabama's been a little bit shoddy. You got Ty Simpson. He's not been great in the second half during SEC play. He has big first halves in these games. He had a huge first half against Georgia jumping out to that lead. He had a great first half against Auburn last week jumping out to that lead. But the second half, when Alabama is going to have to pour it on, they're going to have to win this game in what will likely be a tight game against the Bulldogs. They do not do well. Ryan Williams, he was the second best wide receiver last season. He hasn't shown up that much late this year. He had 0 catches against Auburn last week. Is he going to show up? Isaiah Horton has showed up for the Crimson Tide. He's going to have a big game if Georgia's going to concede defeat to the Crimson Tide. I think Georgia, they're poised well to win this game. They can get it done on the ground with Nate Frazier against Alabama. They don't have to have 200 yards rushing like they did the last time out against Alabama, but they've got to balance that with a big passing game from Gunnar Stockton. They got Zachariah Branch on the outside. I think he's going to break a few. He's going to score a touchdown. If you want to take a little prop bet, Zachariah Branch, touchdown scorer. Take Georgia, -2.5, lock it, flush it. Alabama's still going to make the playoffs. They're ranked 9th right now. They're not going to dip below Notre Dame, who's idle. They're not going to dip below Miami, who's idle. BYU is going to lose, so they're not going to dip behind them. I think Bama is going to lose. They're not going to drop much. Georgia locks up the first round bye with this. Lock it and flush it. All right. Big Ten championship game, 8 o'clock at night. You got Indiana at Ohio State. Ohio State, a 3.5-point favorite. You may see it 4.5 in certain places. I locked it in at 3.5. All right. I like Ohio State to take this one. The matchup last year, albeit very different roster on the Indiana side. Ohio State looks a little bit different as well. They took it to them. It was not a competition. They blew out Indiana. I think Kirk Cignetti has a better roster this year. They're actually a more complete team. I think Fernando Mendoza is an excellent quarterback. These guys are going to try their best. They're going to compete, but ultimately I think their defense on the Ohio State side is just going to pose a huge problem for Indiana. I think Ohio State wins this game by 10 points. Indiana is still going to be either a 2 or a 3 seed in the college football playoff, but take the Buckeyes, lock it and flush it. A huge game in the dome for the passing attack. I think both Jeremiah Smith and Cornell Tate are going to have monster games for the Buckeyes. So flush that one up, move on. Last day, last game, ACC championship. We got Duke against Virginia. We got Duke, who's 7-5 right now in the ACC championship. A long shot chance to potentially make the college football playoff. Virginia coming in as just a 3.5-point favorite. They beat Duke with somewhat at ease earlier on in the season. But you got Mensa, the quarterback for Duke. He's been playing pretty well lately. But again, the Blue Devils just 7-5 on the season. I think they're going to have a tough time running the football on Virginia's defense. Virginia's offense is also going to get the play rolling. I think UVA is going to win this game. Duke, the committee is hoping they do not win. It's going to be a tough decision if they do. It's going to cause a lot of turmoil. There may be 2 group of 5 teams that make the college football playoff if Duke wins this game. I think Virginia is going to take care of business. I think they're going to win by at least 2 touchdowns. That 3.5-point spread is gift. Take it, lock it, and flush it. All right. Those are your 5 picks. We're going to go 5-0 this week. It's Championship Saturday. Enjoy it, everybody. We at Porcelain Picks, we're going to enjoy it. We've enjoyed being with you all season long. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be with you bowl season after we lock it and flush it. Happy college football, everyone.